So I didn't expect myself to be making this type of video at all, but this seems kind of like a fun little experiment. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch a whole lot of the game. I had to watch the highlights back to see, as much as I could about how the game went with running and all that, and it seemed like the Colts were honestly doing everything that they should have. It seemed like it was run, pass, and most of those passes seemed to be completions. However, not every single one of them was. So here I'm going to see if running halfback dive, and I know Jonathan Taylor got injured, so we're going to allow, we're not going to have him in, would have won them the game. Of course, the Vikings, they even threw a pick when the comeback was on. It was like, oh, what? You were probably thinking, oh, what a good try, Vikings. That interception with 8 minutes left, down 2 touchdowns. Darn, almost did it. You almost got us. But they still won. Of course, this is a video kind of idea that I remember seeing some years back when, ironically enough, Matt Ryan was involved in another kind of choke job, maybe a little bit bigger. I know this is technically the largest deficit, but let's be honest. It's the Colts. The Colts fans are more happy about being a part of this history than the Vikings fans are at this point. They did not want this win. The top teams in the NFC are pissed. Me as an NFC North hater this year, as a Packers fan, I'm like, yeah, darn it, Colts. Why couldn't you? But of course, we're going to see if the Colts would have won just running halfback dive, because I don't really believe in kneeling the ball. I feel like now that's too cowardly. 2 hands on the ball, running, dive all game, and we're going to see what happens. Which, speaking of Jonathan Taylor, if he was in, I think they probably win, right? Like, can he get you an extra first down or two that, maybe Zach Moss, because he's a little less versatile? Yeah, maybe, probably, right? Versatile isn't the fact that he's not anywhere near as fast as Jonathan Taylor. So let's take a look and see what the Vikings do. 33. How? They go 3 and out, so that's a pretty good start already. We're going to get the big boys in there, and we're going to see what happens here. Of course, if there's too many first downs, because it is on all Madden, and the AI maybe doesn't realize, hey, wait a minute here, this is another run. Maybe we have to, go to the kneels. But obviously you can see here the clock. We are going to waste every second, which, once again, I didn't see the game because I seen the score, and I was like, yeah, that's about it for me. I can't imagine they wasted every single second, right? You're thinking with that lead, okay, let's be honest. We're going to run the ball. Let's not throw it too much. Just waste the clock, maybe hike it at whatever. I did not waste the time there. See, even I got into the, it's 33-0 mode. Because it's very easy to do that now. Maybe you don't want to do it to exactly 1 second every time, because then you can really key in. We're seeing our very first time of probably having to punt. I'm going to run it again. Try to get that clock wasted. Go at 2 seconds this time, just so they can't time the snap. And there's still a lane for the first down. It's Moss o'clock here today, folks. As this is looking kind of like a San Francisco 49ers versus Green Bay Packers playoff game. Another third down situation. 2 seconds to go. Trying to cut it back and stopped short. 4th and 1. We're going to allow them to punt it. I would say with the push we're getting, why not go for it? But I'm going to actually punt this ball myself as well, as I just want to make sure the AI actually punts it and doesn't throw it. Kicking isn't that easy in the NFL, so I'm going to be like, let's do one of these and see if maybe we can get down there in time. And that looks pretty fair to me. Looks like a pretty fair play to me. All Madden Vikings, what do you got? Oh, they're moving. The comeback has officially begun. Their push has still been very hit or miss, but they see themselves in a 3rd and 4 on the very first drive after the touchdown. So there is a chance that, maybe they are kind of learning here, and maybe not, as Moss is going to hold the ball with 2 hands and gain a first down. One thing I have learned with this, this experiment video is that the game isn't great. Okay, I was on the Viking side. Obviously, I had to try to, give the Colts enough points to make this thing happen and also not score too many points. And let me tell you how many swats happened instead of wide open interceptions, which probably good for the end results anyways, because we probably should have just been punting. But yeah, they decided they didn't want interceptions, which was very interesting. 3rd and 5, can this team get off the field? And they will do so. Doesn't look like this team is going to hit that 36 point mark, but At the same time, will they need to? And I will say the AI actually does waste like the majority of the clock. That turns out to be like, what, 35 seconds wasted or so on that play. Can Minnesota do it? They're moving a little bit. They're moving. 3rd and 12. I kind of want to come out on the field. What play would they give? I'm just going to let the game choose the play, and I'm going to sit on the D-line because I just want to make sure that they're actually doing the right plays, you know? The game, the Vikings side, not my side. I don't care about our side. Our side seems like it's got it all wrapped up. So what play did they run? Stewart's not really the best pass rusher. He looks like he's about to get double-teamed anyways, so I'm helping. One-on-one. Thielen, and oh my! He catches it! Now, this clock is really moving, but could you imagine? Obviously, you're going to need to go for 2, it seems. But let's see if they even get the touchdown. And they do. They don't go for 2. They're kind of not looking at the bigger picture here. I will say, you know, if it wasn't for, you know, kind of the lanes we're having on the ground game, it seems like the Vikings maybe would pull this comeback off in the game. But instead, they're giving up these huge gashing lanes up the middle. Oh, now they're getting smart. Hey, these guys seem to be running the ball a lot. I can't imagine they're still going to get like that much push, though. They kind of do. 3rd and 2. This is where, you know, the real-life game, they'd probably be throwing in here. Maybe an incompletion, maybe an interception, whatever it may happen. We're just trying to waste the clock, buddy. That's all we want to do. And will they get the push? They will not. Holding that ball with 2 hands, getting the first down. The irony of the Vikings having the momentum bar here. It's 33-14, and there's 5 minutes left. But yeah, sure, go off, man. Definitely momentum in their case, right? First down on 3rd and 6. I think we're kind of just showcasing how bad the game is. It's on all Madden. You know, I tried a couple of throws to, you know, get the team into some field goal situation because obviously we needed to get 3 points. I gave up a safety and then 3 points. Yeah, it's ironic. We're actually coming close to Zach Moss's real numbers. But, yeah, it wasn't very easy to pass. But this run game kind of doing wonders. Kind of working. I mean, almost a first down again. Barring a miracle, this looks like they're going to win with just halfback dives only. And they do get the stop, but kind of in range for that field goal, perhaps. Going to let them just play it out, though, see how they want to do it. All right, about 1:40, and the Vikings are literally about to run out of time here. It also does seem that, I mean, there is a big factor into it as well, where, like, if the other team is just giving you the game, right? The Colts are just going to give you the game. Like, hey, we're going to make your offense beat us. We're run, punt. You know, I don't know if there's really much momentum that could be built off of that, right? Whereas if it's 2 runs and then you throw it on 3rd down and you don't get it, then the crowd's like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. We might do it. There is that little bit of aspect into it, in my opinion, I think, right? Because there's like, the urgency is not, you know, it's not the same, in my opinion. And I did kind of cheated for the Colts there, but I'm going to be honest with you. They weren't scoring 20 points in that little bit of time. They didn't even come close in this one, which, if you're really looking at how this game went, it was an absolute, complete disaster of a defense. It wasn't the offense that lost the game. Obviously, you would like for them to be able to continue scoring at will, but it's not really how it works when you're up 33-0. I don't blame the change in offense. You definitely want to waste the clock. They did pretty much everything you could ask for. Run, pass, pretty much every time I looked at it. And like I said, the majority of those 3rd down passes, whether they got a first down or not, were completions. There was a couple incompletions, but they were completions. But at the end of the day, the Vikings barely had enough time to kind of win. Maybe if you don't give up those incompletions, they didn't have the time. So I think realistically here, it wouldn't be the same situation. Wouldn't have been 33-14, 36-14, or whatever if they would have just ran dives. But realistically, if they wouldn't have went for those 3rd down throws, all it took was maybe 2 or 3 incompletions, and they probably win the game. Which, of course, like I said, Colts fans probably don't mind. But here's what the final results were in this sim. Zach Moss coming insanely close to his real-life total there. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor was there for the first half. I didn't change him out. It really doesn't matter because the score is all that mattered. And yeah, no comeback, Minnesota. The Colts fans are more pissed than they probably are now. they at least get tied to history. Maybe not in the most positive ways, but they definitely get tied into history one way or another. And that's pretty much going to be it. Didn't expect to make this video, and maybe we can recreate some other like kind of scenarios that happened this year or previous years for a future video. Let me know what you guys thought, and let me know what you guys thought of the game. I would love to hear quote-unquote memeable moments if, you know, you were looking at the score, you watched a little bit of the game, turned it off, and I've seen people talking about how, like, you know, they left for the grocery store to get stuff for their dinner. Halfway through making the dinner, they heard about the news and stuff, you know, stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. I don't know how the hell that happened. That's just a complete collapse. But that's about it. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!